Morning gents, and welcome to another Shave of the Day video. Today is a special day for two reasons. Number one, I'm starting my training again for November. If you notice, I'm a little bit red all over. Just got out of the shower after a 10k stretch running. So yeah, excuse the redness. But yeah, November, as you may know, is designed as a charity to raise money for testicular cancer, prostate cancer, research and other things, including well-being in general. So it's a good cause, it's a good reason to laugh at me every day for November when I grow a silly moustache, and I do try to run 10k every day, which I did last year. Anyway, I digress. The second reason this is a special day is because of the soap. Now it's one that doesn't come out very often, I will admit, because it's special. It's very special. I mentioned it in last week's videos. It's a Phoenix and Beau limited edition, one of 50 pots, and if that hasn't given it away, Obsidian. Now I say one of 50 because this is pot 1 of 50. Now this was designed for the members of the Shaving Room Forum. The vast majority of the input for the scent profile was given by Avnish, and thank you Avnish for a fantastic profile, and Kerry for interpreting it to a T and getting it spot on. Now, I'm not the best at describing scents, but if you look at the lid for inspiration, Obsidian in itself is a very dark, heavy stone, and the scent is dark, it's quite heavy. It's a wet vetiver type smell, but there is a sweetness in there. Now that sweetness is difficult to pick out if you just take a quick sniff. You have to take a long, slow, deep inhale from the pot, and it's there. It's kind of in the background. Excuse me, not kind of obvious, but it's there to kind of taper some of that dirty, wet smell from the vetiver. And it's just wonderful. Now, I wish you had smell-o-vision. I really do. That's the soap. It's quite a soft soap. I've used it a few times, and I have given away one sample of this soap to a lucky person, Stephen. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't used it already, I hope you do. But yes, so today, to get the very best from this soap, I'm going to face lather it. I don't want to waste it in a bowl. I want to get the full experience of building the lather on the face and feel and sort of noticing the scent profile develop as you go. So, without further ado, the tools of the day are the Razor Rock Bazooka with an Astra Superior Platinum blade. Now this blade has already done 24 3-pass shaves, so today will be day 25. The last blade reached 30. Will this one? We'll find out. The soap obviously is Obsidian, and the brush, just put that down for a minute, is a Cadman 26mm silver tip knot. Wonderful, wonderful bit of kit for face lathering, hence why I'm using it today. So I have squeezed and shaken most of the water out of the brush, because when face lathering I don't want it too wet to start with. I'm just going to take some soap into the tips. And I want it to start off with quite a dry brush, because I don't want to end up with 10-ton lather everywhere. I've come a cropper in that department before. Put too much soap, too much water in the brush, and as you build the lather, the bathroom just ends up covered. So I've got a little bit in the tips. I'm going to get a bit more and just gently work it in. I don't want to go too hard, so I want this soap to last for some time, because it's wonderful scent. So, I'm going to start building a face lather with that, not waste all that lovely goodness. Put that in there. That's the proto lather from the pot. Get a bit on there, you know. Look a bit silly in the video, why not? Anyway, so I'm just going to splash my face with a bit of water, and then we're going to build the lather. Now, as we know, I've already hot showered, and everything is all hydrated, so no need to hot towel today. Preference, you can hot towel, you can shower, and you're ready. So, lather in the brush, and we're just going to start building. And already there's that smoky, dark scent coming through. And it's just sheer bliss. Add some water to this in a second. But this soap with this brush is just a lathering. It's lathering nirvana. And as you can see from the brush, it's quite thick. On the old face it's thick as well. So I'll add a little water to the brush. Not a lot, just dip the tips. And not thin it out nicely. So if you like walking in the woods in an autumn morning after a downpour, you could relate to this scent very well indeed. If you don't like walking in the woods, I suggest you get down and experience the smell. So, just get rid of the lips. I'm going to crack on with the first pass. Now, like I say, it's this will be day 25 on this blade, but Phoenix and Beau soaps just give you a wonderful protection, wonderful cushion, wonderful glide. Let's see what we get today. And, oh yeah, wonderful. So if you didn't know, you would never tell this blade is 25 days old now. You wouldn't have a clue. And that's partly down to the blade itself. It's a wonderful blade, but obviously soap and the resulting lather plays a huge part in how the blade feels. If it's a poor lather, if there's no glide or cushion, your blade's not going to respond well at all. But with great lather, great shave. There we go. So gents, hope you've had a good week. Mine has been somewhat chaotic with work. Was it Wednesday night? I didn't finish, well, I should have said Thursday morning. After an 8 AM start, didn't finish till 12:30 the next morning. But what can you do? You never let your team down. You do what you need to do. I had my daughter up to visit on Tuesday, took her to a museum, that was great. It was the Potteries Museum and Art Gallery in Hanley in Stoke-on-Trent. It was fantastic. Saw a vintage, very vintage shaving scuttle. I'll show you a picture of that later. I may even interject it in the video at this point, you never know. Saw a Spitfire in there, lots of things, loads of wonderful pottery, and kids loved it. Anyway, I digress. Lather, fantastic. Let's just build the second pass. Add a little bit of water, I think. Yeah, we'll add the water now. The scent. It's going to be Marmite. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I love it personally. It's if I'm honest, it's probably not something I would have picked from just sort of random picking, but the way Nishi described it, it just sounded dark and mysterious, and that to me, it's just like a moth to a flame. There's an element of smokiness to it. It's just divine. And the performance, as we know from Phoenix and Beau soaps, is just, well, it is literally second to none. So here we go with the against the grain part, sorry, across the grain pass. You just could not tell that this blade is 25 days old. With this quality of lather, it's just gliding effortlessly across the skin. It's not even the slightest hint that there's any dullness yet. And now I'm getting that kind of damp, wet vetiver smell. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff, Kerry. It is a damn shame that this is only a limited run. If it wasn't, I would have more pots and I would use it daily, because the scent it's just so different. And there we go, with no pressure at all. The rose is just doing exactly what's asked of it. Which is beard reduction. And comfortable beard reduction at that. There we go. So that's 2 passes complete, and the blade feels fresh. The scent is wonderful, so at this point we're just going to wipe off and see where we're at. See, now between you, me and the gatepost, you could get away with that. That's smooth. But just for completeness, I'm going to perform the 3rd pass, because I like to. I enjoy the shave, and I want to enjoy the scent of the lather. Just that one more time. So, just added a tiny bit of water. And I think I need to load a little bit more into the brush because, like the tight git that I can be, I underloaded the brush because I enjoy the scent of the soap and I want to make this pot last as long as humanly possible. I may have to commission an entire batch from Kerry, because it's wonderful stuff. So a bit more soap and away we go. Perfecto. See now, sometimes I wish I could shave twice a day just to experience the scent of this wonderful pot of soap. In fact, I have in the past been sitting in the living room, in the bedroom at night with this pot, especially when it's first delivered, and just enjoying the scent. because it's truly divine. If you've ever seen Anchorman, and you'll know that certain scent that 60% of the time it works all the time, well, this is 100% of the time it works all the time. It's just wonderful. Anyway, for the third and final pass of the day, I'll actually draw it here because it's the last one of the day, is the Against the Grain pass with the Razor Rock and Obsidian. And like all the passes that have come before it, it's comfortable, it's drama free, and it's perfectly scented. And this soap is a true pleasure to use because of the performance and the scent combined. It's just the perfect combination of dirty wet scents, and there's an element of sweetness, and it's just great. And of course it's got all the performance from Phoenix and Beau that we know and love, so more than ample glide, perfect amount of cushion, post-shave fit to die for. Little itch there. Anyway, and as this pass draws to a close, the scent is just otherworldly. And speaking of otherworldly, you can imagine Narnia in the depths of winter, that smoky scent of fires, the wonderful damp wood. It's just great. There we go. So that's 10k run out of the way, a 3-pass shave, and in a minute I'm going to have one giant cafetiere of coffee because I'm thirsty and I enjoy it. Anyway, wonderful shave, gents. Wonderful shave. So let's do a little recap. What we used today? Well, we've used the Phoenix and Beau Obsidian soap, the limited edition, sadly, Phoenix and Beau Obsidian soap. We have also used a Razor Rock Bazooka with a 25-day-old now Astra Superior Platinum blade. So that is 75 passes complete, plus a little bit of touch-up when needed. And the third and final part of the equipment used today was a cadmium brush. 26mm silver tip knot. It's just wonderful. And the shave, yeah, it was just superb, as you can see. Smooth, drama free, fantastically scented, and the soap has insane amounts of glide, insane amounts of cushion, no drama, and the post-shave feel, even now, even though my skin is still damp, it's just perfect. Later on today, the skin will be smooth, silky, and just wonderful. There's no tightness, no dryness, no unpleasant soreness, no nothing. The only soreness today will be knowing that there's one less shave in this pot. So yeah, we need some more. Kerry, please. Pretty please, with the cherry on the top. Yes, it does sound like I'm begging, doesn't it really? Because it's just wonderful. Waxing lyrical about this wonderful soap. this month, the one that we need more of. If I have to buy 50 pots, I'll buy 50 pots. Yeah, I don't need food, I don't need water, don't need clothes on my back, I need 50 pots of this. That tells you just how good it is. All of Kerry's soaps are fantastic, every single one, but there's something special about this. Now, the scent is clearly the special thing, over and above the wonderful performance that we know and love. That smokiness that comes through when you're building a lather on your face, that kind of, imagine being in a damp, wet cave with the woodland just outside and the smells that you could pick up. Just that it's imposing. It's very imposing scent. I suppose is the way to describe it. Now I'm going to sound a bit silly because I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but Encre Noir, the EDT. That's one of the inspirations, I'm sure Avnish said, for this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Avnish. But yes, it's fantastic. So gentlemen, before I waffle for another 20-30 minutes on the many, many, many plus points of Obsidian that we need 50 pots more of, Kerry, I will leave you to your day. So gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This has been Obsidian. I've been me. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.